Det har blivit dags att presentera kvällens laguppställning. Tappara Tampere ställer upp med följande lag. Nummer 30, Christian Heljanko. Nummer 1, Carl Peronen. Nummer 5, Mikael Seppele. Nummer 9, Charles Bertrand. Nummer 11, Patrik Virta. Nummer 19, Valtteri Mellerna. Nummer 27, Christian Taunus. Nummer 33, Veli-Matti Vittasmäki. Nummer 43, Oskar Kauhala. Nummer 50, Saku Salmen. Nummer 57, Randy Åsten. Nummer 61, Kashmir Jürgens. Nummer 71, Christian Kusena. Nummer 72, Santu Kilinen. Nummer 74, Jare Henriksson. Nummer 76, Anton Leff.
What a goal! Oh my goodness! What an attempt that is! And the pocket break and they score!
Lindström, 19, Filip Roos, 22, Jonathan Jonsson, nummer 23, Adam Matskri, nummer 26.
Vi ses! Hi everybody and welcome to Skellefteå, Sweden for today's Group E game between Skellefteå AIK and Tappara Tampere of Finland. It's the first of a critical home-and-home to close out the group stage between two clubs with plenty of Champions Hockey League experience. Tappara leads Group E. They're looking to wrap up a playoff spot, maybe even top spot, over the final couple of days of activity. Skellefteå, meanwhile, has never missed the knockout stages in 5 visits to the Champions League. They're in jeopardy of seeing that streak come to an end in 2021, unless they can find a way to climb up from 3rd spot in the group. Maybe the Swedes will be buoyed by their solid start in the Swedish Hockey League, where they won 4 and lost just 2 out of the gates. And you get a look there at their lines to begin the contest today. Strauss Mann gets the start in goal out of the University of Michigan. That top line, 3 players with NHL experience. And working our way through the lineup, you see the remainder of the players in uniform today for head coach Robert Olsen. It includes their top scorer, Adam Maskeren, with 7 points so far in CHL play this campaign. There's the opposition. Tappara Tampere of Liga, and while they're doing well in the Champions Hockey League, a bit of a modest start in domestic play with 12 points from 9 games, leaving them in 10th spot. But they have to be buoyed by their success in this competition, and they'll expect to be at their best with this one, seeing as they have an opportunity to sew up top spot in Group E. Turn things over to the public address system and the anthems, and it's first period play-by-play from Sweden.
Mina damer och herrar, vänligen ställa upp för den finska och efterföljande svenska nationalsången.
And with that, the stage is set for action from Skellefteå Craft Arena. There are the officials for today's game. All of them from the host nation of Sweden. There's the starting goaltender for the home side. Down at the other end, his counterpart, Christian Heljenko. Heljenko off to a great start in Liga. Numbers modest in the Champions Hockey League, but in Liga, a 1.70 goals against average in 7 starts in the domestic competition. He has been sharp, gets the nod in this big one today with them gunning to sew up top spot. Robert Olsen's team on the other side knows they've got to take care of their games and get a little bit of help elsewhere as they trail Lugano for that 2nd spot and that 2nd playoff position out of Group E. Tappara leading the way on 10 points. Lugano 2nd with 7. Skellefteå then at 6. Eisbären Berlin in the 4th spot with a single point. Coming up a little bit later on today, it is Eisbären Berlin taking on HC Lugano. So Skellefteå with work to do. Tappara with a big carrot dangling, an opportunity to sew up top spot. Get a look at the former San Jose Shark, Melker Karlsson. Played junior with Skellefteå, returns to the club. It's his second year back. Skellefteå 2 wins and 2 losses. Tappara, Tampere finding themselves with a record of 2 wins in regulation time and 2 overtime successes. Just about set to go. Always a little something extra when a Swedish side takes on a Finnish outfit. That is the case here today. And maybe more so with so much riding on it when it comes to Champions Hockey League playoff possibilities. Puck is down, the action is underway. And over in the Skellefteå zone, and they'll bring it out to center ice and across the line. Joakim Lidström, 150 NHL games with 5 teams. Now 36 years of age. Got it in deep, trying to establish a forecheck. Unable to stick around as Tappara is satisfied just to get a clearance and stop the play. 25 seconds in. The home support excited. They know their team with a big challenge, but a big opportunity as well. Tyler Moore, 5 points in 7 games in league of play so far this season. For Morley, had 38 points in 37 games with Tappara back in 2019-2020. Driving to the net, Skellefteå trying to make something happen. Cut off on the short side as Rickard Hoog took it to the house. Back to the line, the long shot knocked to the corner. Rebound available and jabbed at. Tappara getting it to center no further. Inside the opening minute of play. First of 2 meetings to close out Group E action between these 2 teams. Adam Vielsby will lead the breakout. Sharp pass on the left. In behind the goal. Traffic there. Top scorer Adam Maskrin on for the home side. You see him wearing that top scorer's jersey and getting into it a little bit off to the side of the net. After Heljenko absorbed the puck and got a whistle. Vielsby with a good shot from the line there, causing some early difficulties for netminder Heljenko. A bit of movement before the draw. They'll reset. And the blast just off the mark. Another icing call early against Tappara as they get settled in here. Mentioned the teams, and now they're faring in the Champions Hockey League. Also their work domestically. Been a nice start in the SHL for Skellefteå. Maybe that's why those fans are smiling. Okay, but not as strong as expected for Tappara on the Liga front. Teams get right back at it when it comes to that sort of thing. Skellefteå is at Timrå on Thursday. And meanwhile, it's a couple of Champions Hockey League competitors meeting up in Liga play when Tappara takes on Lukko on Friday. Face off in the Tappara zone to the line, the long shot. Caroms around the near side boards. Push down the wall. Some heavy contact early on. These 2 teams with a fighting spirit you'd expect in a game like this one. Skellefteå trying to stick around. Tappara able to move it to neutral territory. Spinning away from the pressure, Virta goes back into his own zone with it for Brady Austin. 7th round pick of the Buffalo Sabres. Played in the KHL last season at Austin. Ahead on the wing, got away from Salonen. They'll try the other side. Into the Skellefteå zone it goes. Worked ahead on the wing for Tom Kuhnackel. A couple of Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins for the German product. Back into the Tappara zone where much of this early first period has taken place. Lidstrom along the boards, went back to the line, split the defenders. They'll come right back in, but caught inside that line. The former Vancouver Canuck, Jace Hawryluk, and the whistle blows. 2 minutes, 47 seconds into the opening frame. Last time out in the Champions Hockey League, Skellefteå at home versus Eisbären Berlin, won 5-3. Adam Maskrin produced the game-winning goal early in period number 3 in that one. What they would do for a victory today, we'll see how this plays out. Puck settled in the Skellefteå zone. Carlson works it around the boards. Now comes to center. Petter Granberg, the former Toronto Maple Leaf, Nashville Predator, laid it in behind the net. Quickly back out comes Tappara. Rauhala tried to work it to a teammate, didn't connect this time. They'll get back defensively. In behind the net, it gets physical as Forsfjall is rubbed to the boards. Seppala doing some good work along the wall. Number of players in close quarters there. And finally just cleared out by Puhaka, 20-year-old who decided that was the best way to deal with the pressure in the defensive zone. Anton Levci, a top 10 scorer in Liga last season. 45 points in 49 games. What a campaign he turned in. Rauhala at the dot. Boy, a veteran of the Champions Hockey League. He's played every game in the CHL that Tampere has ever played. Out to center it goes. There's Levci, puts it into the right side. Tracked down on the wing. Got to work away from the checking Merila below the goal line. Support there for Skellefteå defensively. But good up ice pressure from UC Tapala's men. Not allowing Skellefteå to get at the puck. Kept wide though, they'll want to try and find a way to get it to the net. Bounced off the end boards, gathered by Merila. To the line, chipped down and along the boards. Philip Roos, 6'4", 190-pound defender, gets physical there, but they still are having trouble coming up with the puck. Ultimately, it's Hudas who will get a clearance. Good spell at the offensive end for Tappara in terms of possession and getting a little wear and tear on Skellefteå physically. Didn't get it to the net the way they would have liked. But a step in the right direction for them after spending more time than they would have liked in their own zone to begin the game. Lots of young support for Skellefteå. Great to see. Through neutral territory. Chipped in towards the net. Lindvall knocks it down. Lindvall getting the start ahead of Strauss-Mann, who had back-to-back shutouts in his most recent SHL games. Lindvall, 2 wins, 1 loss. .877 save percentage in the CHL so far this season. Off the rush. Tappara in tight. That looked promising. Just didn't click at the end. And now the teams will make changes, and out comes Skellefteå. Skellefteå with 14 goals scored so far in the competition. Tappara with 20. Second only to Zug. Who will strike first in this one? Through mid-ice it goes. Deep into his own zone defensively. Hawryluk works along the boards. It's turned over. Shot from the line. Doesn't get to the net. Loose in front. And they opt to steer it out wide and work from there. Salonen. Along the boards, driven from distance, doesn't get through again. Skellefteå in the defensive zone, but not allowing Tappara to get it to Lindvall. Now a turnover. The shot and a good save from Heljenko. Linus Karlsson, property of the Vancouver Canucks, had 51 points in 52 games last year in the Allsvenskan and nearly got the scoring started there. Speaking of that, how about that chance? Just broken up at the last instant by Skellefteå. Off the face-off, Skellefteå working for more in front, and the chance there is denied as Heljenko really looks on his game early. Jonathan Jonsson, second year in the SHL, and he was in tight with a great little play there from Hug to get the puck over. An excellent lateral movement from Heljenko. That's a big stop. Skellefteå trying to keep their foot on the pedal here, keep the pressure on. Back to his own line. Forsfjall, 19-year-old, who debuted in the SHL last year, starts the breakout. Shot from distance, deflected. In behind the goal, working for it, Karlsson. Linus Karlsson can't hang on, but they do recover the puck. Skellefteå tried to work it to the net through Jonsson. Couldn't get it there. So the hosts back into their own end. Just over 7 minutes played in a scoreless first period at Skellefteå Kraft Arena. Oscar Mulder, former Los Angeles King, helps crank up the offensive threat here. Oscar Nielsen to the line. The long shot. They score. It's an opener for the home side. Skellefteå on the board. Adam Maskeren, 7 points coming into this one in the CHL. And right in the thick of it to begin things today. There's the German Stefan Leubel in his first season with the team. First time playing outside of his home country. That shot from the line steered. You could see Maskeren off to the side of the net, but it was Leubel in front. Vielsby did the right thing, put it to the net, and Leubel was there. Critical game for Skellefteå, and they've got the game's first goal. They started with the spell of possession in the offensive zone. Tappara has since had a little time down at the other end themselves, but it's the home team that scores first. Leubel with 23 points, playing for German powerhouse Adler Mannheim last season. Into the Skellefteå zone. Kunakel checked along the boards, couldn't get it out. Tappara will regroup. Into neutral territory. It's Leubel with his third from Vielsby and Oscar Nielsen at 12:22. That's what's got the team separated by a goal. Austin pinching down from the line helps keep it in. Rimmed around far side. Quickly after it, Kapla, he's got company. Over on the puck, Salonen. Below the goal line they work. Changes hands along the boards to the middle of the ice, and then swept away from the front of the net by Granberg. Good response here from Tappara Tampere. Going down by a goal, but showing they're up for the fight, getting back into the offensive zone and trying to wear down Skellefteå. SHL team on the march now. Comes to the right point. Pudos lets it fly, knocked down in front. Steered to the boards. Stripped there and cleared. Racing ahead, Rauhala. Into the corner, shoved down low, gathered by Puhaka. Surveys out front, there's that chance in tight. And Lindvall had to be watching carefully. Things can happen so quickly, and Tappara almost engineering the 1-1 goal. Flipped ahead from center, icing waved off. Two from each side working along the wall. Chipped up the boards, hacked out. Marilla chasing after it. It'll have to keep chasing as Skellefteå swiftly to center. In across the line, Leubel had it and then taken away. The guests along the boards. Moilanen. Fourth line shift here. It'll come to the point. Long shot. Doesn't get to the net. Handled at the left point by Seppala. Cross ice it goes. Tracked down and they center. Seppala on the move. Drive from the point. And right into the glove of Lindvall, who will hold on and stop the play. Stefan Leubel has Skellefteå in front. 1-0 at home.
No niin, hei, rytmissä ollaan kiinni. Sitten kun saadaan päätöpelipätkiä, niin muista se liikkuva maski maalivahdin edestä. Liikkuva maski.
See that chance just a moment ago as Tampere sought to tie the game up at 1. You heard a bit of the conversation from the bench a moment ago as well as you check out the goal that's got the team separated by 1. Stefan Leubel with his third. You see Tappara looking for a bit more from his team. He wants some more pucks to the net. Shots on goal have been limited for the guests. Just 2 so far, 5 for Skellefteå. They'll look for more here. Shot from distance does get to the target. And Lindvall does well to get the block and then locate that rebound before Christian Kusala is able to pounce on it. Kusala wearing that top scorer jersey, 6 points in the competition so far. He recently played his 1,000th league game. What an impressive accomplishment. Great veteran player, 20th year in the league. An opportunity develops there, and netminder Lindvall has the answer. Things opening up for Brady Austin. Simple play along the boards, but then Austin does a nice job to activate from the blue line. He gets by Mascarin and got a good shot away. Reading the play well there, the former Sabre draft choice. Virta will try and get this draw for Tappara. Unable to do so. Nice job by Melker Karlsson. Skellefteå trying to dangle out of their own zone. That can cause problems, and Auerluck knows that as well as anyone. Heads in behind the net to settle things down. Philip Roos will start it ahead. Gives it off to the support. And then they're just a little out of sync at the line. And offside is called with that top line of Melker Karlsson out there along with Joachim Lidström and Jace Auerluck. Christian Helyanko, busier of the 2 goaltenders so far, and a couple of good saves. Or the separation might be more than 1 right now. Pressure up ice for Skellefteå off the draw. They get that 4th line out there, and they're doing some good work. Drive from distance, and Helyanko won't take any chances. Philip Roos, first full season in the SHL. 28 points in 52 games in the second tier Allsvenskan last year. Off the face-off and more work for the netminder, who makes it look easy. Mentioned Skellefteå's last Champions Hockey League game, a 5-3 win over Eisbären Berlin on September the 5th. As you see the shot from the line, pretty easy to spot, not much traffic for the goaltender to deal with. Tappara's last game in the CHL, a 3-2 overtime thriller against Lugano. In fact, they've won their last 2 games in overtime. The previous one, 5-4 over Berlin. One of 7 teams without a regulation time loss, Tappara Tampere. And trying to level the score here as they get in the attacking end. Handled behind the goal. Rauhel is there, bounces near the circle. Chip to the wall. At the line, unable to settle it. They'll regroup. Puhaka had it, turned over, but caught inside the line, a Skellefteå player, as Melker Carlson brought it in across the blue line. So offside is called. The play is stopped, with the home team still leading by 1.
Make sure that we get speed, boys. Neutral zone speed. Demon hold the puck and we're coming down with speed, okay? Keep attacking the net when we are in the O-zone. Den där pucken ska han hålla när ni är på väg tillbaka. Så ni får bygga fart. Ja. De vrider ju i våren, nu vrider ju de så att de kör umbrella. Så att de blir en back på blå linjen och så hoppar de i borterback, så det ut som här någon gång. Det var det jag såg.
De var 3 center spelar bara centralt.
Smiles amongst the home fans as Skellefteå on a Stefan Leubel goal at 12:22 of the first has a 1-0 lead over Tappara Tampere. Critical game for Skellefteå, entering the day in 3rd spot in Group E, knowing they've got to get into the top 2 to advance to the knockout stages. Something they have done every single time they have been in the CHL. This is their 6th appearance. Head coach Robert Olsen, a moment ago, you heard him say he wants speed through the neutral zone and get pucks to the net. Speaking of pucks to the net, a chance in close there. And Merila right on the doorstep, denied by Lindfall. Good offensive creation there from the visitors, who nearly found the equalizer. And it's a relieved Michael Kapla to center. Back the other way, Tappara driving it in. Lindfall leaves at the side of the net. Quickly to the corner to retrieve it. Pudos, he's got company there. Close quarters along the boards, and nice work in tight spaces. Quickly ahead is Maskrin. He's working one-on-one with Austin. A couple of North Americans come together there. Good defensive stick, stopping that pass from Moeller, who saw a teammate in the circle and just was unable to get it to him. Less than 6 minutes to play in the opening period at Skellefteå's Kraft Arena. Into the Skellefteå zone, trying to center it there. Salonen, puck didn't get to the front of the net. Does now, but nobody there in white. And Skellefteå will organize to break it out. Skellefteå qualifying by finishing 4th in the SHL. Same position of finish for Liga side Tappara. That's how they punched their ticket this time around. They've been in the Champions Hockey League every year of the competition. And now working to the attack, Charles Bertrand. French international dropped the puck off. Nice work on the back pressure from Skellefteå, though, to break things up. Here's Vilsby, who was in on that goal with the shot from the line that Leubel directed by Helyanko. Carlson along the boards. Melker can't keep it in. Tappara with numbers in neutral territory. They work it to Seppala. Silver medalist at the World Championship this year. Last 5 years with Kalpa in Liga. Seppala right there along the boards, trying to create something. Trying to get it loose, and does. Rauhala worked it free. Striding onto it, though, Skellefteå, and they'll go to the attack. A big hit along the boards as Powerluck is almost ridden into the bench. Real pace to this game now. In across the line, the drop pass just failed to connect as Jonsson sensed a teammate behind him but couldn't find him. Levci darts across the line, puts it to the middle, picked off, right back the other way, Linus Karlsson. Coming late on the play, Pudos, and again a good defensive stick from the Finns to interrupt the flow. 3.5 minutes to go in the opening period. Third place, Skellefteå, ahead of the group leaders. Itismäki got it to center, dumps it in. Two from each team along the boards. Pride loose, comes up that left side and then to center, where it's handled by Moller, but not for long. Nifty little bit of stick handling there, worked it across the line. Henriksen at the point, good stick handling, deflected in front, and they score. It's a tying goal for Tappara, as they got the puck to the front of the net. Had traffic there. The netminder Lindvall was prone, and Virta has tied the game. Nice work by Salmonen to avoid the pressure at the line. He got it to the front of the net, and nobody was going to slow down that man on his way. Patrick Virta, the New York Ranger draft choice, in and tucking it away. So all tied at 1. .17:09 the time of the leveler. Not quite 5 minutes after going down by 1. It's a 1-1 game. Back the other way, and it's 2-1. What a response! Put away by Albin Sundsvik. Fourth line player with his 3rd goal in the CHL this season. Just talking about the fact that it only took Tappara a little less than 5 minutes to come back. This took seconds to go back on top. Up ice pressure, turnover, puck in front, Helyanko out of position, and popped in. Well, Skellefteå will be thrilled with their response to conceding the goal, and Tappara will be very disappointed that they fell asleep a little off that face-off, and that might be what they're talking about here, is just having to focus. That's not how they've worked their way into first place. They've been very sharp. So Skellefteå, just like that, back in front. And looking for more here. Shot from the line, loose in a crowd, and they can't get a shot away as they get it back in circulation. It's the goal scorer. Sundsvik on a roll. He got back towards the line. And then it changes hands. Tappara darting ahead. Another turnover just inside the line. In front they go, and they score! Joachim Lidström. Bang, bang for Skellefteå. And they've got a 3-1 lead. Now that's some quick offense. Same type of situation, turning it over just inside that defensive line, and it comes back to hurt them almost instantly. Right to the net, a good stop there from Elyanko, but the rebound stuffed in by Lindstrom. And it's a 3-1 game, and Elyanko must wonder where his support has gone. They've just left him with some really difficult situations to deal with. So that's goals 36 seconds apart from Skellefteå. And they've got their biggest lead of the game at 3-1. Into the final 2 minutes of the opening stanza. A little sloppy around the Skellefteå net. They don't want to invite the guests back into the game. Carlson gains the offensive blue line. Puts it along the boards. Haralick swatted at it. Now he'll run into his man. Haralick helped out by the most recent scorer there. Lindstrom on this shift from the top line in the slot for Pudos. Can't get it to the net, but he'll hold on. Now he looks, drops it off. There's a drive, and they score. 4-1. Lindstrom, back to back. And Tappara's defensive collapse, aided by the pressure of Skellefteå, continues. And what a first period for the SHL side. Coming into the game day realizing they've got to do something special to keep their streak of making it to the playoffs going. And what a first period it's been. Lindstrom, back to back. 3 in a row now for Skellefteå, and they've got a 4-1 lead. Well, they've had good spells in the period, but who'd have thought this was going to happen? A 4-goal first now for Skellefteå. Up by 3. Lots of time still to go in this game. Tappara will be aware of that, but they've got themselves a mountain to climb. Last 60 seconds of the opening period. Skellefteå works it down the right side. Quickly over defensively. Merila doesn't get out. Fieldsby ships it out to the left. Handled by Hoog. He'll put it low. This is where Skellefteå wants to play the game. Tappara, of course, needs to get back the other way, and here they go. In behind the net, they'll take it. Looking to the slot, went off a leg in front. Good defensive work there from Nielsen. Now Nielsen gets behind the goal to squeeze his man to the wall. Final 22 seconds of the first period. Veli-Matti Vitusmäki working along the boards. He'll send it to the line. Shot from there, ricochets in front, heads into the corner. Askren comes along. Low for Fieldsby. They'll want to get to the room with that 3-goal lead intact. Tappara with other ideas, but they'll run out of time. There's the horn at Skellefteå Kraft Arena. And Skellefteå coming into the game third in the group, knowing they had to put something together over these last couple of games to make it to the knockout stages, and so far, so very good. 4-1 Skellefteå over Tappara Tampere through the first 20 minutes. But yes, 40 minutes of regulation time still to be played. Enjoy your first intermission. My name is Mitch Peacock. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.
Ja, men Jocke Lindström, du fick det att släppa ordentligt här idag med 2 mål.
Ja, det var skönt. Fick kanske några enkla kassar där, men det var skönt att se puckarna gå in helt klart.
Vad säger du annars om första perioden?
Ja, alltså de spelar lite annorlunda än det spel vi är van med i SHL. De liksom väntar lite grann på oss i mittzon. Så lite annan typ av spel här i SHL, så vi måste liksom anpassa oss, och det tycker jag gjorde ganska bra här i första perioden.
Det har ju varit en del brytningar för båda lagen. Alltså Sundsvik gjorde ju också ett sånt mål, en brytning, och även har ju motståndarna haft det. Hur ser du på det spelet?
Ja, jag vet inte, det är väl kanske bra läst av den killen som bryter, men det är helt klart killen med pucken som kanske måste ta ett bättre beslut där, så det är väl mer det, tror jag.
Hur känns det att spela en sån här match när är kniven mot strupen?
Ja, men det är kul. Det är liksom vinna eller försvinna lite grann för oss ikväll, så att det är kul att få testa på det tid på säsongen också.
Tack.
Tack själv.
teams returning to the playing surface at Skellefteå Craft Arena ahead of the start of period number 2 in this critical game in Group E of the Champions Hockey League. Skellefteå at home and making themselves very much at home against Tappara Tampere in that first period, scoring 4 times and coming out for the middle frame with a 3-goal lead. It's 4-1 for the SHL side over Patrick Virta's Liga club. Virta with the only goal of the first period for the visitors. He tied the game at 1 at 17:09, and then very quickly it was Skellefteå with 3 goals. In fact, right off of the opening face-off following the 1-1 goal, Sundsvik was able to was able to strike again to make it 2-1. And then Lindstrom, we saw a moment ago, with back-to-back goals. 3 goals in a minute 24 all told. And it is 4-1 Skellefteå leading Tappara as we get set for period 2. Christian Helyenko returns to the cage after a busy first period and really couldn't be faulted for any of the 4 goals conceded. His team sloppy in its puck management, exiting the zone. Good pressure up ice, it should be said, though, as well from Skellefteå. And it's a bad combination when you're careless with the puck and the other team's taking away space and time. There are turnovers and chances, and Skellefteå has used that to good effect. Big game with Tappara leading the group on 10 points and Skellefteå in a non-playoff spot in 3rd on 6. This is the second last game of the 6 in the group stage. So far so good for Skellefteå, but lots of time remaining. And here come the host side, right back to the offense. Hourluck drops it off. Pudos tried to play it to his right. There's a block and there's a break. In on goal. All alone, the backhand, and the save by the netminder, Lindvall. Golden opportunity early in the period from Lefchi. We talked about puck management and pressure on the puck. And Tappara turns the tables. Lefchi in on his own to the backhand, and a critical stop there. Lindvall came across to his left for a moment. Wasn't aware where it was, but did the big thing. He kept it out. Just 34 seconds in, a great chance. Tappara staying with it, as you knew that they would. Working along the boards along the right side. You anticipate a pushback from the visitors to begin this second period. And also that risk tolerance goes up a little. They're down by 3. I don't feel like there's as much to lose. They may just go for it when the chances are there for the taking. Steaming right back up ice. Tappara in across the line. Henriksen had it for a moment. Down low, and Skellefteå coming away with it. Nielsen, who had an assist in the first, ahead for Hug. Hug avoids a bump, gets the puck around the wall. Nearly too many men for Skellefteå. Play continues. The shot turned away by Helyenko. Back in his own zone, Kepler ahead on the wing. Chasing after it, Moeller, the former Los Angeles King. Masker in centers. Moeller was there and just couldn't steer it on target. Saulanen ahead on the wing. Tappara cross ice. In the attacking zone as Austin's up on the play. We talked about risk tolerance. Look at the defender in behind the net. Austin, top of the left circle. In the corner it goes. Bertrand doing some work along the boards. Spins, wrists it, turned away. Lindvall saw that at the last moment. Good pressure here continuing. Trying to find a lane to get it to the net. Shot from distance. And it caroms off the surface, stopping the play. That'll be a relief for Skellefteå. Good shift there from Tappara. Down at the other end, you see that blocker stop by Helyenko. And then Lindvall pressed into action. 2:29 played in period 2. Promising early moments from the side from Tampere. Going to begin the process of climbing back into it. There's a shot from the line from Salminen. Came through the ranks, the youth ranks at Tappara. Now contributing to the big team. Reverse hit there down low from Roos. Feeling a bit of heat. Now they're forced to steer it carefully around their own cage. Different feel from Tappara to begin period 2. Roos dishes. Played ahead in the neutral zone. Picking it up with speed, working to the line. Sunsvik. And in the end, tamely to the net, but a positive transition there from that fourth line. Sunsvik with his first goal of the competition back in period 1. He's the guy who scored right after Tappara had squared it at 1. Here's the man with 2 goals in the game. Joachim Lidström, 150 NHL games played with 5 teams. Had 45 points in the SHL last season. And continues to impress. At 36 years of age, a centering pass there, and it's another for the home side. 5-1 Skellefteå. Vilsby let it go. And you can add another on the list for Lindström as he contributes this time with a helper. Good recovery along the boards. Head up, little space and time. And Vilsby in from the blue line with that left shot from the right side. Improves his angle. And no chance for Heljanko. And after a nice start to the period from Tappara, they're in more trouble than ever now. 5-1. No question about it. Skellefteå on its game in this one. Allowed very little for the first place guests. Just 7 shots on goal for Tappara in period 1. In contrast, 14 from Skellefteå. Tappara now trying to find a little life. Austin watched by 2. Dishes to his right. Kinnunen put it down low, intercepted. And out comes Vilsby. Smooth skater, and he'll belt it in. Our luck there along the boards. Looks to pry it free. It'll come loose. Skellefteå puck, the long shot. Swallowed up by Heljanko. Well, those fans looking a little more relaxed, a little more upbeat. Would have been nervous coming to the rink today with their team in 3rd spot in jeopardy of being eliminated from playoff contention on the day. Instead, they've got a 4-goal lead just minutes into the second period. Tappara to center, then backed up again. Pass on the blade of Bertrand. He'll dish it off, receive it, and then return it once more. The Liga side to the Skellefteå zone, in deep along the boards. Forsskål under some pressure. Well, managing to work it out. They've done that consistently. Holding up at the line, Simon Robertson, the 3rd-round pick of the St. Louis Blues this year, just 18 years of age. He worked hard to stay on side, but gave up possession because he made that choice, and can't blame him. Tappara now seeing what they can do with control of the puck. Laid ahead on that left side. Working down the wing, Raula. In behind the goal. Good stripping there. Snatched it away with dogged determination. Flip to the net. And in the end, pretty tame for Lindvall, who will hold on. And you wonder what's going through Seppala's mind. great veteran. Has seen his team play impressively in the Champions Hockey League. Only okay in the domestic season so far, but would never have anticipated this today. At the dot, pulled back to the line. Right it comes, there's a drive off the stick of Jurgens and ricochets away. They've got the right idea, keep it simple, win those face-offs, get it to a shooting position, put traffic in front to make it difficult for Lindvall. They know they're going to have to be persistent to fight their way back into this, and Skellefteå has really not given them signs of any sort of sagging here either. More good skating from Vilsby. The Tappara line where then things get stopped up. And through the neutral ice go the visitors. Played to the front of the net off the stick of Mirala. Right there to gather. Vilsby couldn't get it out. On the right wing boards. Slips by the battle of the wingers. To the line it goes. Uhaka sent it left, and then right on target it goes, but once again no traffic and good sight lines for the goaltender, who will hold on, and it's Skellefteå more than holding on. They're up by 4.
Koko ajan yksi pelaaja valmiina, kun tulee päätypeliä, niin yhden pitää olla se veskari edessä. Yksi screenaa veskari ja toinen on tulossa irtokiekkoon. Kolmonen on täältä valmis liikkuu. Tilanne kerrallaan vaan, hei. Tilanne kerrallaan, jokainen vaihto ja tilanne. Muuta ei tarvitse miettiä.
Jussi Tappara looking composed behind the Tappara bench. You know he's not pleased with what he's seeing, but keeping it together and sending a clear message to his team during the timeout, or at least the power break. And the mood a little lighter over at that Skellefteå bench for sure. Sundsvik, Lindstrom with 2, and Vilsby scoring for Skellefteå. Lindstrom's got 2 goals and an assist. Vilsby with 2 points in the games with a goal and an assist. And also a couple of points for defenseman Oscar Nielsen, former Frisk Asker defender, speaking of Champions League teams. Another game in the group today of great importance. It's Eisbären Berlin taking on HC Lugano. That game just getting underway in Germany. 6.5 played in period 2 in Sweden, and Skellefteå by 4. Tappara to the attack. It'll slide to Lindvall. Puts it to the boards. Below the goal line is Kapla starting it ahead. Lindstrom on the other end. Sends it out to his left. Melker Karlsson delays, drops it down low. Tappara to it first. Virta, their goal scorer. Knocks it ahead. Husala. In that top scorer jersey, like to get some scoring going. 6 points in the competition so far for the great veteran for Tappara. In that mid-zone, cross-ice shoot-in. Pursuit, speedy pursuit at that from Jonathan Jonsson, but back the other way. Tappara in front of the net, they go, and a stop by Lindvall. Chance in tight there from that man in the top scorer jersey, Kusala. And a big stop there from the netminder. Starting ahead of Strauss Mann, the rookie out of the University of Michigan, man with back-to-back shutouts in league play. 64 saves across the 2 clean sheets. Every time you think there might be a little something for Tappara to go on, it seems like Skellefteå finds an answer. Bielsby in across the line. Sends it right. Long shot. Turned away Heljenko. Salminen dished it out to his left. Out between the blue lines, then back, and they'll try a forward path again. Denied, and Skellefteå possession once more, looking very sharp in this game. Into Heljenko it goes, with Maskren having a look. He comes together with Vedasmäki. And it's worth mentioning these two teams not only playing today, but playing against each other once again next week in a return engagement in Finland. So there'll be some learning going on between the two teams. There'll also be some emotions building. Should set up for not only a interesting finish to this game, but a excellent game next week, as you see that key stop from Lindfall a moment ago. Draw goes to Skellefteå. Granberg put it to the boards, picked off there, starting ahead Merila. He'll take it down the wing. Leaves it off for Lefty. He had his pocket pick. Good physical play along the boards, though, from Merila. Suspect we'll see more of that from Tappara. Trying to find some way to work back into this. Certainly make it known to Skellefteå they're not going to roll over. Tightly contested along the board, sent out in front. Sunsvik was there, he worked it forward. Possession down low for Jürgens on the near boards. Carlson was there, he took a tumble. Might have helped slow up the play, and now they're on the move. The shot, they score! It's a hat trick for Lindström, and his 4th point of the game. 6-1 Skellefteå. Joachim Lidström can't help himself today. Another turnover at the line. He looks to the net, lets it go between the legs of the defender and into the back of the net. And as you see on the replay there, it actually went off of the defender and changed course. No chance for Heljenko. And smiles for the veteran Lindström. It's a Champions Hockey League hat trick and a 5-goal lead for Skellefteå. .941 of the second period, the time of the goal. It also spells the end of the night for the netminder for the visitors. That's more of a mercy hook than anything. Goaltender certainly not to blame for the situation this team finds itself in. Kari Piiranen comes on in relief. Deep in the Skellefteå zone. Working along the boards with it. Kusala towards the line. Held in momentarily. Again, the pressure too much, and Skellefteå works forward. They've got a man inside the line, and so when Jonsson brings it in, offside is called. There's Kari Piiranen, 2.18 goals against average, and the World Junior Championship bronze medal for his work to show from the most recent U20 World Championship. Had a good season in Mestis last campaign as well, as Heljenko cools off on the bench. That was a tough day of work for the netminder. So stops the play, and halfway through regulation time, we've got the game's first power play. Oscar Nielsen making his way to the penalty box. Power play has been a strength for Tappara. 8 power play goals in their 4 games coming into this. So the power play is on. And Tappara looking for something to lean on, something to build from. Gets it going 5-on-4. Along the boards, Kusala. At the line, Austin. There's Kusala again. Cross ice. Austin with a shot. Karam's away from the front of the net. Back to Austin at the line they go. Here's Kusala to the goal mouth. In tight. Bouncing. Jammed in close. Can they find a way through here? Who's going to come away with it? Skellefteå's got it. And down the ice it goes. It's been that kind of a game for the home side. Not giving Tappara anything to work with. And the 50-50 plays are going their way. At the line. They'll move it around. They're at the perimeter here as they make changes on the power play. Just under a minute to go on the advantage. Left circle to the side of the goal, out front. Available for Henriksen. He'll go to the line. Kinnunen, Florida Panther draft pick. Put it away on the far side, work to the goal line area, and then a little bit of mismanagement will force Kinnunen all the way back to his own zone. Down to 25 seconds remaining in the first power play of the game. 8 for 23 coming in with the extra skater. Tappara, long shot there, and easy stuff for Lindvall. Clear sight line, shot from relative distance, and Lindvall quite comfortable absorbing that. You saw that opportunity just a moment ago from Tyler Morey. It had promise. Morley working it to the front of the net. And Lindvall was ready, was alert. Had a stick to make a play along the ice. Morley back with Tappara, 38 points in 37 games with them, season before last, as Lindvall has one stick to him once again. Veli-Matti Verismäki, 13th year in Liga. Went to KHL for a season, returned to the Finnish top flight. His team trailing it by 5. 7.5 to go in the second. Puck up for grabs in the corners. The power play comes to a close. Guests gobble it up. Moilanen banked it off the wall. Players down the lineup getting some opportunity late in the power play. Maybe representative of the score as well. Ahead on the wing. Stood up at the line. Good defensive work there by Roos. Biosby. Ahead for the hat-trick man, Lindström. He'll dish it onward. Trying to dart in. Unable to break through. Back the other direction, Tappara. Salonen got as far as the center ice area. Tappara forced to start again. It was 1-1 when Virta scored at 17:09 of the first. And it's really gone the other way since then. It took just 7 seconds right off the face-off to start things after the tying goal, in fact. As the puck comes to Pironen. Skellefteå retook the lead on a goal from Sundsvik. And they've continued to add from there. 6-1 in period 2.
Okay, boys. Jag tycker vi har blivit aggressiva i egen zon. Jag tycker vi har... Let's go.
Center also. Good sentiments. Staying close to the first guy going out in D zone. Good. Position 4 and 5 is good.
Jag tycker det är okej i egen zon nu. Bara vi inte tappar puckar på offlow.
Så fort de börjar bära upp den, det är då det blir farligt. För då blir det bara en tvåa som en svans istället för att vi sätter stopp. Då blir det en överbelastning. Annars blir det bara att de lurar med oss har en tvåa och så chippar de ner den. Det är långt för cent för att hjälpa till med på den andra överbelastningen.
Robert Olsen and the Skellefteå staff. A few words of encouragement for the team. We're talking a little bit about defensive zone coverage, or at least defensive responsibilities as well. You don't want to open the door for Tappara despite having a 5-goal edge. Scoring 5 straight goals in this game. 3 of them from the veteran Joakim Lindström. Playing the Tappara zone. Battle along the boards. Jarred loose and swung around the far side. Just unable to hold it in over there was Granberg. He'll go back into his own end. Now there's a penalty coming up against Tappara as Lindvall heads to the bench. Extra skater is on and across the line. Masherin going to the front of the net. Maskerin there and steered it just wide as he got in tight. Skellefteå controlling outside the line. Kapla back into their own zone. Comfortable controlling this one while the delayed penalty continues. 6 skaters out for the team, leading 6-1. Melker Karlsson pushed it forward, drives to the net. Lindström works it along the boards. He'll hold on. Plays it to the far side, bouncing towards Hauerluck. Hauerluck rims it low. Still going with the netminder out. Karlsson comes across where it's handled by Forsfjall. Hauerluck cross ice. Trying to find a way to create a thread here. Hauerluck, far circle, shot, just wide. And the pressure continues. Tappara exhausted. The delayed penalty rolling on. Karlsson's shot doesn't get to the net. Finally a touch, and the whistle blows, stopping the play, and you hear the fans at Skellefteå Kraft Arena applauding the work of the home side, dominating in possession during the delayed penalty, and finally Seppala will head to the box. Got tangled up with Maskerin and put the grab on. Off he goes. Power play just 2 for 12 for Skellefteå in their previous Champions Hockey League games this season, so a chance to maybe work on that here. Jonsson back to the line. Fieldsby, Maskerin on the left. Had that chance just a moment ago. Round to the far side and then into the circle. Got away from Jonsson and shipped down the ice by Tappara. Lindvall. I think he thought about playing it across the face of the open goal, then thought better of it. And it goes to the netminder Pirinen on in relief of Heljenko. Dropped it off and down the ice it goes. So a solid start to the penalty kill for Tappara, but they've got bigger problems as time winds down in period 2 and they trail at 6-1. Lindström towards the front of the net, deflected just wide. To the right point it goes, and then along the boards. Lindström so confident every day, but this day especially sharp. Across for Hauerluck. Sent towards the line and nearly turned over. Good recovery, and Moller will fire it across the ice. Back towards the line. It's getting a little risky here from Skellefteå. They're back in the offensive zone. Scrum against the end boards. Jürgens tying up his man. Moller. Austin comes in. Leans on him. Things open up in the slot. Pudas with a drive. And that's a good save from Pirinen. After all that work in close quarters, Jonathan Pudas found himself wide open. 7 points in 6 SHL games so far this season, and not far from getting himself onto the score sheet there. A big blast from Pudas, who made that nice defensive play a moment ago, just when it looked like Tappara was going to break away. 26 seconds to go on the advantage. Played out to neutral territory. 1 man against 2. Tappara taking those final seconds off the first Skellefteå power play of the game. And they'll go to 0 for 1. In across the line was Nielsen, turned it over. Back to work the offensive way. Tappara trying to find some late life here in period 2. Battle along the boards. Penalty coming up again here. We had a quiet first half of the game in terms of penalties, but now 3 in fairly short order. Most recent here with just less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. .18:04 when Kapla heads to the box. Second power play of the period for Tappara. At the line, the shot from distance, just wide of the cage. Chasing after it quickly, Kusala. Into the circle, Bertrand. Bertrand's got 2 men on him. Good pressure there, quick to get to the puck. Swarming effort there from Skellefteå. And they'll send it down to Pirinen. And then a miscommunication from the visitors, and they're called for icing on the power play. They won't be pleased about that. So the first penalty of the game came at 10:35 of the second period. The next at 15:41, and following that 18:04. So no penalties in the game for the first 30 minutes and change. And we've seen 3 in the back half of period 2. Tappara skating 5-on-4. Get to the Skellefteå line, no further. And they'll have to back up. Here comes Kusala. Put it on from Marilla. Strong skater in behind the net, holds his man off. Austin down from the line, put it low. Blocked on that right side by Kusala as a clearing attempt doesn't work out. Austin from the line. The distant shot swept to the side by the man in front. In the final minute of period 2, Austin steps to the middle. Lets one go, bounces to the corner. Here's Marilla. In 114 games with Pelicans. In his first season with Tappara. Backdoor chance and just couldn't get a stick to it. Kusala. Knocked away. Austin back to his own blue line. In the last 20 seconds of the period. Skellefteå with a comfortable advantage. They come to the boards for that free puck. Chance to clear. They will not get it out. At the line, Kinnunen. Time getting away from him. They've got to hurry to get a late chance here. The shot comes towards the front of the net. Stopped. And now the horn sounds. The second period comes to a close. Henriksen worked himself into a good spot, but unable to find a way to get one by Gustav Lindvall. And they're happy at Skellefteå Kraft Arena as the home team, third place coming into the day, worried about their playoff chances now with a comfortable lead of 5 at 6-1 after 40 minutes of play. Second intermission, followed by third period play-by-play in moments.
målskytt nummer 10, nummer 2 från Sverige, Adam Winsby. Och i fortsättningen sin ledning, 6-1 målskytt nummer 10, Joakim Lindström.
Ja, men inför matchen hade ni ju ganska mycket press på er att vinna den här matchen. Efter 2 perioder leder ni med 6-1. Det känns ganska säkert det här, eller?
Ja, nej, men just nu gör det målmässigt, men jag tycker inte spelmässigt att vi är där vi vill vara. Men ja, vi tar 6-1.
Spelmässigt där ni vill vara, vad menar du då?
Men jag tycker inte vi är nog ödmjuka och slarvar lite grann. Och bland annat jag själv, jag vet inte riktigt. Ja, lite besviken, men det är skönt att vi leder.
Ni har ju lyckats göra mål på en hel del slarv från deras sida i försvarsspelet. Men när matchen stod och vägde så upplevde jag att det var lite så åt ert håll också, att Tappara kanske hade kunnat utnyttja det.
Ja, men precis. Det är väl det jag säger lite grann. Att jag tycker inte spelet, eller vårat spel speglar 6-1. Gurra spelar bra och vi måste skärpa till oss så vi inte skapar några dåliga vanor.
Ja, vad säger du om Lindvalls insats?
Ja, men fantastisk. Han är som han är nästan varje match för oss. Så att, ja, jag är inte förvånad utan mer tacksam.
Och 2 assistpoäng, hur mycket betyder det?
Ja, inte så mycket när jag kollar på video imorgon hur jag betedde mig i försvarszon. Så lite att jobba på, men det är väl skönt att vi får utdelning. Absolut.
Tack.
Tack.
sin ledning 5-1 målskytt nummer 10, nummer 2 från mig, Adam Winsby. AIK utökar sin ledning 6-1 målskytt nummer 10, Joakim Lindström.
Sides back on the playing surface at Skellefteå Craft Arena as we get set for period number 3 of game 1 of this home and home between Skellefteå and Tappara Tampere. And after a big late first period outburst, Skellefteå has been in command in this one. Tappara tied the game at 1 in the first period on a goal at 17:09 off the stick of Wirth. But right after that, from the center ice restart, it was Sundsvik with his third of the tournament. 7 seconds after the game had been tied at 1. That was the first of 3 goals in 1 minute and 24 seconds, and Skellefteå led 4-1 after the first 20. Tack on 2 more in the second period, and they find themselves in command in this critical game as we get set for the final frame of regulation, and that man has been the star of the show. What a performance on the day from Joakim Lindström. Former NHLer with 3 goals in the game. He's got an assist as well, 4 points. And it's a 6-1 lead for his team that entered the contest in 3rd spot, 4 points back of the group leaders Tappara. And all of a sudden, there's a very different feel to life in Group E. And by the way, the other game in Group E, that vital contest in Germany between Eisbären Berlin and HC Lugano, well, that has Eisbären on top 2-1 after the first 20 minutes. So whatever you thought was going to happen heading into the day, I got a feeling it's a little bit different now. And that's part of what makes the Champions Hockey League so exciting. Comfortable edge for the home side as we settle in for the 3rd and final period of regulation time. Seem to be goals when Skellefteå plays in the Champions Hockey League this season. Their last 3 games have ended 5-3. The team's combining for 8 goals. Their first game There's a 5-1 setback against Lugano, but the winner in that one scoring 5 times. Here the leaders got 6. The teams have combined for 7. Going into the day, it was Tappara known for scoring in the CHL this season. They had 20 goals in their 4 games heading to the opening face-off, while Skellefteå had just 14. But the scales have tipped today. It's been a speedy game and some physicality, but only in the form of checking. The game's been played with a good spirit to it. There were 3 penalties called in the back half of period number 2. None of them producing a power play goal. Busy schedules for these teams at this time of year, with league play well underway. And the Champions Hockey League, part of their responsibility too. Where Skellefteå is starting the league at 4 wins and a couple of losses. Kind of a so-so start for Tappara Tampere with 12 points from their 9 games. They sit in 10th in Liga. They've got a big game coming up on the domestic front with a contest against Luko on Friday. It'll be an all-Champions League matchup. In the SHL, Skellefteå faces Timrå on Thursday. But some business to attend to here, finishing this one off and seeing where the standings sit at the conclusion of the first of 2 in a row between Skellefteå and Tappara. Long shot from Pudos wide of the goal, now protected by Kari Pironen, who came in at 9:41 of the second in relief of Christian Heljanko, who conceded all 6 goals for Skellefteå in the game to this point. Veli-Matti Veresmäki there defensively to work the puck to a teammate. Out of the zone from Tappara. Control for Pudos in the Skellefteå zone. Dishes, it's ahead left side into center. Flipped in gently in the corner after it. A down low touch for Kunako. A couple of Stanley Cups with the Penguins for Tom Kunako, the German. His countryman Stefan Loy will open the scoring in the game. Way back at 12:22 of the opening stanza. Ice time has been fairly evenly distributed by both coaches. The game being somewhat lopsided by late in the first. A chance in close for Tappara. And the netminder Lindvall is watching attentively. He's been good in the game. Now an opportunity for Melker Karlsson in, and Pironen is there as the former San Jose Shark went nose to nose with the netminder. Hourluck lays it off to his teammate. That's the red hot Lindstrom. Sends one goalward. Karam just wide. It seems like everything he touches is a threat in this game. 3 goals and an assist for Joakim Lidström. Still producing at 36 years of age. Great veteran professional. To center and beyond, driven in. Exchange behind the net. Austin played it forward, picked off Pudos. Pironen will come out of the net. I'd be careful with that no play zone close by. Handled smartly by the goaltender. Yuri Henriksen was denied entry to the Skellefteå zone. Back in his own end, Tomáš Hamra, 17-year-old Czech prospect for the upcoming NHL draft. Getting experience at a very high level here. Into the center circle, a bounce for Adam Maskren, who was leading the team in scoring coming in, hence that jersey. 7 points in 4 CHL games. His centering pass doesn't connect as hoped, and back the other way. Salonen draws the attention of the Skellefteå defenders. Veresmäki back into his own zone. Just over 5 minutes gone in period 3 at Skellefteå. Home side chasing its 3rd win in 5 starts here in the group stage, and it's a big one. Their playoff hopes up in the air coming in. Tappara off the wing. Virta takes a tumble. Down the ice it goes, and icing is called. Mentioned the opening goal back in the first period for Tappara off the stick of Virta. Virta from Kusala and Salman at 17:09, and it was 1-1, but boy, it didn't stay that way for long. After the goal from Virta, and 7 seconds later, Sundsvik. And then shortly after, Lindstrom and Lindstrom again. 3 goals in 84 seconds. Right off the face-off, a shot deflects and goes off the playing surface from Sopela. And they'll do it again in that brightly colored face-off circle. Tappara unbeaten coming into this one with 2 victories in regulation time, 2 victories beyond 60 minutes. And in that short span late in the first period, that unblemished record set to disappear. These 2 teams meeting again 1 week from today, but this time at Tappara. And you know that not only will Tappara be a motivated side for the game, given the rematch and the outcome today, but also have to expect that the table will be so tight and the playoff spots and the order of finish hanging in the balance. You won't want to miss those games on the final day of the opening round. "22 of the 32 teams still in the mix to make the playoffs at the start of game day number 5. An entertaining competition. We've got another penalty for you. That's Pudas heading to the box. It'll make for the 3rd power play of the game for Tappara. Speed from Marilla. Pudas stopped moving his feet, got tangled up, sent his man to the ice. Not a lot to discuss right now for Robert Olsen, who was hired in May after 5 years with Djurgårdens. SHL and Champions Hockey League titles as an assistant coach with Frölunda, and I think it's whatever he said heading into the game that matters most. 6-1 will make you smile and have a chuckle on the bench. Just trying to keep the focus, play the game the right way, don't let the habits slip, and get through this one. Put the 3 points on the board, and big 3 points they are. Skellefteå, by the way, had a -2 goal difference heading to the opening face-off. That's going to change in a big way. That's also valuable for them. Here we go with the Tappara power play. And the guests get the draw. From the line, the long shot. That hit Lindvall up high. They keep it in circulation. Christian Tanus working in the corner. 21-year-old, had 33 points a year ago. Won't get one here as it's dumped down the ice. Good work defensively. And the clearance comes from Linus Lindstrom, 4th-round pick of the Carolina Hurricanes. 23 years of age, he's already played more than 230 games in the SHL as Linus Lindstrom. And the puck gets played the length of the ice as the penalty kill continues to take care of business. Seven and a half gone in period 3. Kusala working away from the coverage. Reverses off the boards. Austin at the line. Goes back to Kusala. Here's Austin again. Takes the shot, looking for somebody in front to get a touch. Tyler Morley was there, couldn't redirect it. And the Swedish club will make the Finnish side start over again. Fired in and recovered, working in behind the net to make something happen. Merila put it to the boards at the line, a foot race, a reach race, if you will, and Brady Austin's got plenty of reach. Tappara back inside the line. Skellefteå satisfied to keep the opponent out wide here as Kappala comes to the puck. Failed clearance, ends up at the right circle. And advantage just about over. Lindsall takes that one from the line and has trouble relocating it. It bounces around, mayhem near the crease, and with the teams back at even strength, it's a clearance from Skellefteå. Nearly sent Moller in alone. Puck was picked off at the last moment there by Kusala. So 3 power plays without conversion for Tappara. And the lead remains at 5. Shot ricochets wide. Taken along the boards by Raula. 2 Liga titles with Tappara. For the veteran pro at the line, Vedasmäki, speaking of veterans, has to go back to his own end to settle it. Veli-Matti Vedasmäki away from the coverage. Plays it for the youngster Hamara. And now shot in and in pursuit, the French international, Charles Bertrand. He put it in the corner. Skellefteå can't clear. Long shot sails over the top of the net and the end glass. Whistle blows, 10:15 to go in period 3. Morley was in front, and Morley not only provided a screen but had a pretty good opportunity, a goal 2 for Tappara. And back there helping out Michael Kapla. Goaltender always appreciates that kind of help. Mid third period, no score in the frame so far. But it was 4-1 Skellefteå after 1. They tacked on 2 in the second. They've scored 6 without reply. Tanus from that left circle with a bid. The whistle halts the play, and you can tell by the expression on his face it's just not been at all what Tappara was looking for when it arrived in Sweden. Pulled the puck inside nicely to get that release away, but still unable to get it to the net. About Tappara, they've had so many good teams over the years. 14 league titles, including back-to-back in 16 and 17. Every year there's been a Champions Hockey League. They've been a participant. One thing they're striving for is to improve their playoff success in the Champions Hockey League. Had it in Liga, everybody knows about that, but their best in the CHL is round of 16 5 times. Don't worry about that if and when they get to that stage. Right now they're experiencing a challenging finish to the group stage. Come into this one with 10 points to lead Group E. Lugano second on 7, Skellefteå third on 6. Then Eisbären Berlin in fourth with 1. Everybody still in contention at puck drop today in this group. Tappara was trying to wrap up the group. That's not going to happen, barring some sort of miracle here. And Skellefteå doing a nice job to buoy its hopes of advancing. Physical in the corner. Linus Karlsson. Tyler Morley. Puck comes free along the boards as Christian Kusala. Skellefteå coming away with it. They've won so many of those one-on-one battles. Stefan Leubel, who opened the scoring in the fray this time around. Work to the line. Granberg's wrister deflected. Pirinen is there. He's looked steady since coming on in relief of Heljanko, who really was left to face a number of difficult chances in this game. That minor Gustav Lindvall made a big save on a breakaway from Anton Lefchi early in the second period when it was still a 4-1 game. That might have made a difference had that gone in. You certainly don't want to overlook the work of the Skellefteå goaltender in this game, even though his team's comfortably on top. Winding it forward and driving down the wing. Bertrand. Check to the ice. Bertrand staying with it. Good perseverance there. To the line for Tomas Hamara. Now to the front of the net and shot just wide from Bertrand, who found himself in a good spot. Hamara watched closely along the boards. All the way back now into that Tappara zone. Center and beyond. Tanus. Put it to the corner. Buhaka on the scene. Up and away for Skellefteå. They'll cross that red stripe. In behind the net it goes. Long reach. Good job to protect the puck, but then turned over. And it's in between the blue lines where Skellefteå can send it back to save territory and regroup on a change. So we go below 7 minutes to play in the third period. 28 all-time CHL wins for Skellefteå as they work towards that milestone of 30. And 29 seems well within reach as we hit the second break in period 3.
Pari-kolme vaihtoa per jätkä. Pari-kolme vaihtoa, koitetaan iskeä maali vielä tähän loppuun.
Ei ollut mikään se. Tuli mulle tuohon vedätiessä tänne takaisin.
Patu seuraava. Patu. Patu menossa.
Pitää koko ajan tuolla. Tässä menee just tämän verran ohi jostain. Jommalta tuolta puolella.
Lots of flag waving in this one, and plenty of reason to smile. 6 straight goals from Skellefteå on home ice. And they've got a 6-1 lead against their Finnish rivals, Tappara, Tampere. Another game in the group, a bit of a surprise. Eisbären Berlin, 4-1 leaders over HC Lugano. They're playing in the second period in Germany. As Skellefteå works in the Tappara zone. Tappara on 10 points. Skellefteå with a regulation win would improve to 9. And Lugano, if they come away from Germany empty-handed, would remain on 7 and slide into that third spot. Plenty of games still to unfold in that other endeavor in Group E. 6 minutes left here in the third. Star of the game, Joachim Lidström. 3 goals and 1 assist for the number 10 for Skellefteå. His team is up by 5. They need something special today. They've got it. And they're on their way. Setting up big games in the final day of the group stage as the puck goes out of play. Måns Forsskål, 19-year-old. Debuted in the Swedish top flight last season. And now played in by a veteran in Petter Granberg. World Junior Hockey Champion, World Championship gold medalist. Great resume for Granberg. Henriksen led the entry to the zone. Now he's trying to check to see if he can slow Skellefteå on the exit. And he does come up with it. Put it behind the net. Horskjal catches up to it. Dishes it onward. It's all pretty comfortable now for Skellefteå. Driven in by Pudas. Kiranen stays in the goal. Kinnunen on it. Ahead it goes. Tanus forward on the right. Pudas comes across out of the reach of Mulder. In the slot, a chance in tight for Bertrand. He swept it wide. He's looking very promising for Charles Bertrand there, who is approaching 500 games in Liga. Just couldn't put that know-how to good effect there to get his team a second goal in the game. Mascarin beaten by the defender. In front it goes. A shot and a good stop on the chance in tight from Salonen. As Salonen was right there and thought he had an opening. And Lindvall with another good response in that Skellefteå cage. Up ice pressure from Tappara. Turning it over, Skellefteå. Collision in front. Tappara thought there may be a penalty on the play. That's not coming. Skellefteå with a -2 goal difference entering the game as well. I noted it earlier. You can see that's going to move to the plus side. And Tappara's goal difference, which was at 10, takes a big hit. Of course, head-to-head matchups critical in the tiebreak between two teams. So in that sense, Skellefteå with an upper hand of significance here. Across center, Puhaka. Can't come up with it. Into the corner it goes. Kapla was taken down. No penalty coming there either. The officials, I think, just want to see this one to a conclusion. The result is not hanging in the balance. Work towards center. Lindstrom gets a touch. Joachim with 4 points in the game, including that hat trick. Through neutral ice and then in across the line. He'll take a shot. Denied there off the rush, and it'll come around for Tappara with a chance to clear. They'll come to center. On for Henriksen. He's seen more ice as the game's worn on. The 20-year-old getting some CHL reps. In pursuit, Hoog. Now comes out in front. Björnen had to be careful. Fans enjoying the final seconds of this one. You can hear them banging on drums and making noise at Skellefteå Kraft Arena. Got what they came for today. As Henriksen gets physical late in the contest and provides a clearance. Pudas on it. Played in the KHL last season with the Helsinki entry. Pudas ahead, quickly on the left. Angling in off the wing, the shot, Pyronen turns it away. Pyronen perfect in relief. Coming in at 9:41 of the second period. Christian Heljanko with a 1.70 goals against in 7 Liga games this season. And he had flashes in his time in this contest of superb play, but fortunately for him, sloppy puck management and some questionable defending, along with excellent work from Skellefteå up ice, made it a difficult day for the starting goaltender for the Finnish side, and we're down to 30 seconds to go. And the Tappara zone. Bit of a wrestling match along the boards. 2 players from each side. And the two players, one from each side, lurking as the seconds go down the drain in this one in Sweden. Skellefteå looking for a big day. They produce one as they push for one late off the post and out. A follow-up, and the buzzer will sound. The game comes to a conclusion, and that will wrap it up. Many in attendance getting to their feet as Skellefteå, fighting for their Champions Hockey League playoff lives, turn in an excellent performance led by an explosive first period in which they scored 3 goals in 1:24 to blow open a 1-1 game. They led 4-1 after 1, added 2 more in the second. That was followed by a scoreless third period, and the contest closes with a 6-1 final for the home team, Skellefteå. 4 wins and 2 losses in the SHL coming in. 2 wins, a couple of defeats in the CHL coming in. But what matters today, 3 key points in Group E. Skellefteå improves to 9 points, just 1 back of Tappara, with the 2 teams set to square off next week in Finland. And there's no doubt about it, the star of the game is Joakim Lindström, who had 3 goals and 1 assist. Now remember, there was this chance right at the very end. Did it go in? It went off the post and across the face of the goal, but never completely crossed the line. So if you're wondering about a 7th goal being tacked on, it does not look like we're heading there, and you see confirmation. So the final score is Skellefteå 6 and Tappara Tampere 1. Job done at Skellefteå Kraft Arena for the home side. For everybody who works to bring you Champions Hockey League action, I'm Mitch Peacock. Thanks for watching.
Ja, ni behövde vinna den här matchen och det gjorde ni. Hur känns det?
Ja, exakt. Vi behövde ju vinna. Det var lite vinna eller försvinna idag. Vi vinner, vi får 6-1 på tavlan tror jag det blir. Snyggt resultat. Jag tycker att matchen är väl lite jämnare än så. Jag tycker att Jocke Lindström är väldigt het för oss idag och är effektiv, vilket gör att vi tidigt får en 4-1-ledning där i slutet på första perioden. Jag tycker att vi småfuskar lite i vårt spel i andra perioden, kommer undan med det och gör en stabil tredje period. Så tycker jag vi spelar den här matchen. Skönt att vinna med 6-1, skönt att vara med i Champions Hockey League och nu ser vi fram emot nästa tisdag, Tappara borta.
Räcker det här spelet då?
Lite upp tycker jag, det måste jag ändå ödmjukt säga att vi kan bättre än vad vi gör här idag. Däremot så kan vi fortsätta ha Jocke på humör så att säga, men vi andra måste göra lite bättre tycker jag.
Ja, du lyfter ju själv fram en av profilerna, Lindström då, som gör hattrick. En annan, Lindvall, vad säger du om hans insats?
Han är bra, han är jättebra.
Hur ser du på chansen att ta er vidare?
Nu har vi ju allting i egna händer. Tappara borta, vilket är en bra utmaning för oss, en stor utmaning. Men vinner vi där så är vi vidare. Sen får vi se hur det går i Berlin, Lugano-matchen också. Men just nu så har vi chansen. Och en match ifrån att gå vidare, det känns bra.
Tack.
Tack.
You had 1-1 at a time. What happened after that?
Well, a couple of bad mistakes to our defenders, and then those both were goals to our own end. So bad mistakes, but still, I think preparation wasn't good enough. Like some were too excited or too tensed to play the hockey, and that's why the first period was terrible for us.
Has Skellefteå been the hardest opponent so far in CHL this year?
Well, I think so. Well, it's pretty different when you start playing the league. The Finnish league is pretty different than the Swedish league, so I think that was the biggest difference.
You still have the upper hand, and then going back to Tampere, but you need to do something else then.
Well, we need to score from our chances, and of course, make the difference better. We can't let six goals to our own end, so a lot of the two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a goal!